Hey everybody, welcome back to Northernlion Plays Magicite. The Dwelf is a myth. The Dwelf does not exist. I don't know if I've somehow created a game in which the Dwelf is not possible to unlock. Maybe at some point we'll make it happen. Well, we had a great run last time. Crusader is like... I think, let me put it this way. If I'm ranking the starting classes, I think Peon's okay. You start with an axe, which allows you to get all of their tools quickly. The Noble starts with an axe as well, and just gets a little bit of an extra bonus in pretty much everything, except no random items. Orclops, I think, is good, even though it starts with less HP. It's got higher tier, you know, sword and pick, but it doesn't have the very good ability to get wood. I think Earthkin might be the best. Crusader makes no sense to me, because you can get the stone necessary to make a stone battle axe very, very quickly, so it doesn't seem like it's really worth taking. But I really like the Earthkin. Let's take it here. Close. Thank you. The skeleton mask was fine, but let's turn on to something else here. I really liked the wasp glasses, but the batwing is really nice as well for dodging. Obviously, we only have one companion here, and we'll reroll our stats a little bit. We definitely want Potion Brewer. Gatherer doesn't work in single player, supposedly. Defensive, you know, it seems okay. It would actually help us out a little bit. Lowers our attack slightly, but everything else is pretty good. All right. So we want to quickly open up our inventory and put this over here. I'm just going to lower that a little bit. We started with a Thunderbug, which I really could not care less about. I can't remember if I've done an episode yet where I've used the Batwing, so let me quickly explain what the heck's going on with that. Basically, that is what the Batwing now allows us to do, is have a pretty incredible dodge, which I'm very excited about. Now, if you'll give me a second here, I actually am just going to lower the volume in the game somewhat. I think it's raised itself, and you can just enjoy the beautiful ground textures in the background right now. It had indeed raised itself nearly to the highest level. So we'll try this instead, and hopefully this will work out. Okay. So we need a pick as soon as possible. Our pick is going to be 1, 2, 3. And make a pick handle. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. And now we can start producing stone. We could also make a sword. And in fact, we cannot make a sword right now. Never mind. We have a pick, so maybe we can just go straight to stone sword, although stone pick is probably substantially more useful. In any case, pigs, extraordinarily easy to kill. We will take pelts for now. Maybe we'll go for like a high dex build. We'll see. I mean, like we've taken the defensive traits, so our attack is already a little bit neutered, ever so slightly. That being said, you know, it's still probably the most effective way, or most efficient way at least, to deal damage, but we're gonna perhaps try to craft a sword quickly by coming up here, and my thinking is I would rather use a sword to kill this bug than wait too much longer. So there's a blade. Unfortunately, we need one more wood. Man, that dodge is so useful. We need one more, or 2 more wood actually to form a plank. So, like that, and combine plank with stick, and blades with that, and that. Okay, now we have a sword that we will probably use like twice. That was really dumb. Better to have it than not have it, though, I'd say. Alright, bug, let's do this shit. Bad damage, but we did pick up a spider web. Takes us a little closer to making a bow. Chest has given us a Goldium Great Blade, which is actually a crazy good item to get so early. We also got 2 HP potions, which makes 1 big potion. Goldium Great Blade is crazy good, because we can immediately make a gold great axe, which will... One second here. There we go. Replace our sword. Sorry, that's what I meant. And we'll replace our sword, thereby meaning that for like the next few floors, we're pretty much going to one-shot more or less everything that we come across, which is excellent. Do we have enough stone yet? We have 5, which is enough to craft a stone blade. Need this, and this, and this, and 1, 2, 3. Alright, you know the pattern by now, I'm assuming. And now we have a stone pick that allows us to start farming up some ironite, which is extremely important. Now, as much as I hate to do this, I'm going to have to use my potion right off the bat. We need some herbs, which means we pretty much, you know, rely on killing slimes. And harvesting, like, this stuff on the ground here. We got bones there, more shrooms, kill pigs, because, you know, the experience is not insignificant. I really would rather not be going to town on this boar right here. But 1 shot is enough to finish it off. And we're only 1 level away from getting our first skill, which could end up being very important. I'm not sure what skills we'll take. You know, like the attack skills have been useful for me so far. But, you know, some of the magic skills seem pretty good as well. Like, levitation seems good. It seems really good, actually. Let's crack open this rock. We want some ironite just to get started. And we'll take some extra experience there. Should probably get some extra wood, but we don't need it quite yet. We can always get that at the end of the level. Or at least very usually get it at the end of the level. There's a decent amount of good stuff there. And you know the drill by now, especially on like an attack-focused build. We're basically just farming up as many herbs as we can possibly get. We got 2 so far on this run, which is crazy. At least we got a big HP potion instead of a shitty one. And we'll get a little bit of ironite. At least we got up to a stone pick and a golden weapon. Like, that's pretty excellent. And we'll stick with the forest for the immediate future as well. Oh, there's totally an extra herb area. Well, it's a mushroom, unfortunately. But there was a possibility of gaining an herb there, which I missed. And again, if the way I pronounce herb drives you crazy like a Fine Young Cannibal song, then I apologize. But that's the way we say it up here. That's the way Dad did it. That's the way Canada does it. And it's worked out pretty well so far, except for, you know, indignant comments on the internet. So we'll just mine the last remaining of these wooden blocks here. And then we'll leave. And, you know, I would chalk that floor up as like a C+. We did fine, but we only ended up leaving with 1 potion, which is not very great for us. We actually have cooked chicken, which is kind of surprising. How did we find a full cooked chicken, and why are we comfortable eating it? I guess I'm not going to ask questions. Alright, so we're not going to go for a dex build yet, obviously, because we don't have very much cloth, and we have we have leather. We don't have like any other minerals, so we're just going to sell this stuff for now. And maybe we'll be able to use it later. I'll keep a spider web because it does take us closer to making a bow, which is very important. And we'll keep everything else. Yeah, there's not really a whole lot we can do here, to be honest with you. We can't even cook any meat. We have 153, which would allow us to buy, well, it would allow us to buy like a bone pick, but a stone pick is honestly on the same level as a bone pick. Do we have enough? I was thinking maybe we had enough wood to just buy a bow right off the bat. Like, we could sell our wood and buy a bow, but I think we're going to be fine to grab one instead, just pretty early on out here. That's my guess. This floor ended up being, like, surprisingly not great. We didn't even hit level 5, which is very unusual. Now we've done it. I'm just going to, you know, take the one that gives us the attack skill, which is good here because it gave me plus 100% attack for a little while. I would really rather not fight that boss, to be honest with you. And I think we can just sneak by. We're not strong enough to fight the boss. You know, big part of Magicite so far, in my opinion, is knowing when to hold him, when to fold him, when to walk away, and when to run. And this is a situation where we should run away, I guess. Didn't really come out sounding as brave as I might have liked, but that's okay. Now, with the way things are going, I think we've got a decent chance to, you know, get full... Maybe not full, but at least a few iron gear items here. Golden axe is helping out a great deal. Up here we got nothing of value. Well, we got trees, which are literally valuable, but not too valuable practically, I guess. They have value. Not very much, though. Oh, come on. Okay, so we'll just quickly see if we've gotten a big potion. And we did. This is what we want. Stack up that potion goodness. That was very lucky. I also expect to level up many times over the course of this floor. Now remember, it's like, we need like 8 iron per tool if we're gonna make a blade. No, we need 4 iron per tool if we're gonna make a blade. And we really need an iron pick first, and then we'll go iron armor, and then at the end we'll probably go iron axe. But we'll make a stone axe first, because as of yet we still don't have one. Which is fine, because our wood situation is a-okay. So again, I'm not going to fight the boss. We're not quite ready, in my opinion. I could probably do it, but I think I would, you know, the cost would be greater than the gain. And actually, now that I think about it, maybe we will go through with it, because we're already at the end of the level anyway, right? So if the Scourge come, we'll just leave. It was bad damage, but at least we leveled up. Yeah, if the Scourge come, we'll just leave. The only question is, do I trust myself to not use all of my potions if that ends up being the case? And the answer to that question is unfortunately kind of no. Oh, we picked up so many spider webs. I actually, like, I wasn't just ignoring it. I thought we didn't pick up any spider webs. It was me being an idiot. Well, we can definitely make a... Oh, wait. Spiderweb. Combine. We can make a strung bow now. Delicious on a summer day like this. Combine it there. That gives us 30 arrows. So at least we can kill the bee. You know, we've teched up a little bit here, for lack of a better word. Also taking some sincerely dumb damage. I think we should just go, though. You know, I appreciate it, boss. I appreciate the opportunity. But I'm just gonna get the hell out of here. Now, our wooden axe is gonna break. There we go. And we'll stick with the forest. And we still have some potions, which is nice. Do we have enough coal? Sorry, just got a little bit of an elbow scratch here. Do we have enough coal? Yes, we have enough coal to do a fire starter. So that's the very first thing we'll do. We still haven't actually picked up very much meat. Normally by this point I would expect to have like maybe 20. But only having 9, I mean, it's the kind of thing that doesn't really make a big difference, but it's just surprising. It healed us once, which is fine. Now we've got stuff to sell. So we want to sell... this is the leather worker. Why do I always think that, like, they don't all look the same? This guy's got a freaking monocle down here. Stop being a ding-dong. So we want to sell this. We'll turn our bone into bone arrows temporarily, just so we have a backup. Stone pick goes up here. And we need iron. We have 5 iron. That's enough to start making some stuff. So let's come down to the smelter now. And the smelter has... 1, 2, 1, 2. That will give us a stone pick. Well, I mean, sorry, an iron pick. I was wrong in many ways there. Which allows us to sell our stone pick. So we'll do that quickly. And then, we have enough iron to make, like, 1 piece of iron gear. I'd like an iron helm, I guess, is the best return on our investment there. In my opinion. Again, we could make an iron axe, but I would rather just make, like, another wooden axe, to be honest with you. So, put this here. I really think that I don't value the axe itself very strongly. There you go. We got a little bit of armor to back us up. Now, we do need wood. We can make an axe quickly, though. So, we will. Like this and this. Wait. I didn't combine these. There we go. So now we got a wooden axe. I didn't sell the mushrooms, so we'll sell the mushrooms quickly. Alright, I wouldn't say this run is necessarily going fantastically, but it seems okay so far. On the last run, we did end up fighting the Scourge Wall, which is, you know, also known as the final boss of the entire game. So we got pretty close to victory. We didn't quite reach it, but we got pretty darn close. Now, experience should not be an issue here. I really wish that this fired a little bit faster. But we should be able to level up a couple of times off of this beehive, is my guess. So the bees spawn, instantly get killed. This is a good opportunity for me to use Berserker's Rage, so that when it pops, and it does, there we go. So we did level up twice. And we will absolutely crush that pig, no chance. Alright, so the beehive is, well, the beehive is like my second favorite boss to fight in the forest. I really prefer fighting the poison dog type creature. Yeah, we got some herbs there. Well, unherbed there. And the reason I like fighting that is because I think I'm less likely to take damage, and it has super low HP and dies really, really quickly. But the beehive is pretty good as well. The pirate lady is definitely the worst. The most difficult, I should say. Which might actually be the best, depending on how you think about it. I think we will get our second skill here, and to be honest with you, I already got the skill that I consider to be the best for attack, so maybe we'll stop going back to that well, and we'll go straight for like a magic or gathering skill next. I don't know what green actually is. I assume that it's like gathering, but I can't remember what we got with that before, because we have used it before. I just can't remember how it paid out for us. So you know what? We can just use 4 arrows to simplify this. That might have only been 3 actually, which tells me that we have gotten slightly higher dex. And we may indeed go for a dex build here. So I know I used ingots straight up to make my first piece of armor, and there's something to be said for that. We can, you know, retract that a little bit and use our leather for something as well and go for a dex build instead of an attack build. All depends on what I'm going to be using more. Am I going to be using a bow more, or am I going to be using... I can't pick that up? Really? I could use coal. I would like to have it. Am I going to be using a bow more, or am I going to be using my, like, golden axe more, or my fists more? I don't know yet. We'll see as time goes on. As of right now, the bow has worked out fantastically for me, and having extra damage on it would be It'd be nice. So let's take a magic skill this time. This one is magic weapons. You and nearby allies deal bonus damage equal to your magic for 10 seconds. So my magic skill is terrible. It's 5. But I can still give myself like let's put it this way. It seems to synergize well with my other skill, which gives me double attack for a certain amount of time. So if we use both of them at the same time, we should end up getting a really nice kind of synergistic bonus. That's my thinking, at least. I hope I'm right. Now, we shouldn't have any shortage of iron here. I hope I'm not mistaken in that, either. There is a chest. I heard that, like, per tile, the chance of a chest spawning on the forest is 1/3 of what it is on, like, the caves. So every time we get a chest, I'm super stoked about it. We got a ring there. So we're going to put some stuff on the ground here, because we want to pick up some of the stuff right here. Alright, Archer's Ring. Lowers our HP, but gives us a lot better dexterity. That's string. Big mana potion. I think that's it. So that's great, actually. That is really, really good. Now our dexterity should be crazy. We'll go for maybe like a dex shield next. And we're going to stay on the forest, because we still only have 2 potions, which is actually kind of comically bad. But anyway. We have 2 coal. We can make 16 cooked meat total, which is fine. Oh, wait. My pick got dropped. Yeah, that could have been very dangerous. I made that mistake earlier in the last episode and lost a whole diamond sword, which I was not very proud of. You know what? We're not going to eat any more here because we just want to keep our hunger alive. So I think cloth is used. This is the leather worker again. Cloth is used for magic, so we can just get rid of it. How much leather do we have? 12. That means 6 refined leather, which means 2 iron pieces, or 2 leather pieces, which you can make either with stone or with iron. So let's start with iron here. And what else do we want to sell? I guess that's the other important thing. Actually, like nothing. We want to turn sticks into bone arrows, like this. And that gives me 52 of those, which is pretty good. We'll keep our stone for just a second here. So we want to go down to this guy. And we'll say... I'll make 6 of them. Oh, I need to actually get the ingots. It's been a while since I actually used leather. But I'm going to try to go for heavy dex here, because our dex is already 20. We might as well stack it up as high as we can possibly go. I think, at least. So we need at least 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. That'll make 3 refined iron. And we'll do 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Oh, we can just refine the stone ourselves. I'm an idiot. And like this. Okay. Then we need leather. So we'll come up here. And we'll make 6 of these. And then we'll talk to this young gentleman right here. So 3 of those go on there with the iron. That gives us refined iron. And we'll make a refined iron cuirass, I guess. And then I guess we actually just have to use stone to make a shield for ourselves because I'm dumb. And you can't make leather shields. I think I already knew that, but whatever. What's done is done, and what's dumb is dumb. I don't even want to keep this leather, but I guess we will. And then we'll make stone arrows, like so. 4 of those gives us 33. It's pretty good. We have some stuff to sell. You get sold. Yeah, so that gives us plus dex, which is pretty good. Now we have 24 dex. Wooden axe has to come back up here. And inventory-wise, I think we're relatively okay. I shouldn't have this refined leather, but I'm not going to use it for anything else right now. So we'll keep it. I mean, the other, consequences, we could just drop it. Allow me to take a sip of my coffee here. Only really hurting myself if the Scourge choose to show up, so... Arrows now are doing 25 damage each, which seems kind of ridiculous, which I'm super stoked about. What is that, like, is it dexterity plus 1 for, like, bone arrows that the damage is done? It seems so. So all we need to do is get as much, bone and stone as possible. Sounds like a... I already made that joke, didn't I? I was gonna say, sounds like a t-shirt you would buy in, like, the boardwalk of a beach city. Anyway. Good. This is actually good for once. We have a lot of potions now. And it's only taken us like 5 fucking levels on the forest to make it work. I want that experience. So when we come across a boss, particularly a boss that we want to attack, we will use both of our skills and then our gold axe and see how much damage we can do to the enemies very easily. Okay, an even number of herbs, or sorry, an odd number of herbs, which is bad. I am using my stone axe to chop down these pigs because basically I don't really care about the stone axe durability. If it's bad, or if it breaks, we'll just build another. It's not even a stone axe, sorry, a wood axe. If it breaks, we'll just build another wooden axe because it's very easy to do. And I really feel like somehow, well, not somehow. I feel that by taking the should only be 2 hits now, yeah. By taking the value of wood down in the last patch, they've really taken the value of the like lumberjack style axe down to begin with. Or in addition, which is fine, because previously it was probably way too easy to farm for gold just by chopping down trees with a high value axe, but like right now, I feel like you can roll with a wooden axe until the end of the game and be totally fine, whereas if you rolled with a wooden pick until the end of the game, you're fucked. Like, you're never gonna get good gear unless you have like an exceptionally lucky run and just find it, I guess. That was dumb damage, but I was just trying to sneak in here. Because they can drop some stone. Really? There's no space for this in my inventory? Get rid of the freaking spider web. I want those stone arrows, or bone arrows back. And we can make those arrows on the fly, which is why they're particularly valuable right now, but one shot? Yeah, we can one shot these guys. That is lovely. And that's why I'm not really worrying too much about arrows, because we really are not using very many of them right now. We're at the end of the level already, and honestly, I think the forest has become perhaps even slightly too easy. So I'm glad that we have to mix it up. We'll go to purple, which I honestly can't remember what purple actually is. It might be the Velt, and it might be the Quarry, but either one is fine by me. Because we need more resources. And again, at District 10, we will probably end the first episode. This is a cave, okay. Or we'll end part 1, I should say, and move on to part 2 in the future. So, let's see what we got here. Not quite enough gold to make a golden pickaxe. Bow and arrow goes up here, then we can start selling stuff we don't need. There's actually nothing I want to sell. Wow, that's actually dangerous. Okay. Let's sell this leather. And we're gonna use iron. We don't need an iron axe or an iron sword. So let's come down to the smelter. Inventory could be a problem. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And we're gonna combine that. Oh, I feel a sneeze and a half. It's coming. Oh. I told you. I told you. Okay, so I know we made an iron helm, and this is a total waste of iron. But we're going full dex, I guess, because that's where our build's strengths lie. And then we'll sell this iron helm, which was a waste of 6 iron, but shit happens. Stone arrows. We do need an iron shield. I will admit that readily. And apart from that, next thing is gold. We do have some meat to cook. Our inventory is not going to look as bad as I thought it would, actually. It's pretty okay. And we're going to eat some because we could actually use the HP. But first things first, put the fire down. And that's good to go. And we will now eat 2. Brutus. Pretty good. Almost back to full health. Which is great because our potion supply is like really, really lacking. Alright. Pretty solid. Let's move onwards. I don't think there's anything we want to buy unless there's a gold gear. No, there's not. We, you know, I'm going to buy an iron axe just so we don't have to worry about our wooden axe breaking anymore. I've mentioned how much, like, or how little I value the axe. And that's really true, but I also value not having to replace my equipment on a regular basis, which is why I'll be buying that. And I would much rather use my resources to build other, like, more useful tools than axes. So buying one really seems like the best of all possible worlds for me. So having the pretty incredible ability to do ranged combat here that I do, I think we're in a really good position. I'm gonna drink the mysterious potion for once. Let's do it. Plus 3 mana. I can just drink it forever? Is that it? Can I combine it with that HP potion? No. Well, we might get rid of that at some point, but for now, it's not harming anyone back in the inventory there. So after Iron Shield, Iron Arrows become our main use of that mineral. And we're gonna get a lot of it here, because we are on the caves. I really thought I would one-shot these guys. I guess, Dex attacks can't crit. Is that indeed the case? I don't really care as long as we one-shot the bats, which we do in a shower of delicious gold. Ah, yep, you know what? You deserve that, bat. That was pretty tricky. I'm pretty pleased with my HP so far, though, so I can't really complain. Oh, okay. There's one brood egg down. That was almost 2, I think. Just by me being an idiot. And just get them. Thank you. Plenty of arrows. Obviously, you know, if we can get some more stone and bone, I would be even happier, but the arrows are fine. Our arrow supply, I should say, is fine. That's arrow supply, not air supply. You know, the band that sang I'm all out of love, I'm so lost without you, that most people probably know from a Wendy's commercial. And that's not even me being like, kids these days don't know good music. Air supply fucking sucks. So, you know, as always, whenever anybody tells you music you like sucks, just, you know, tell them to fuck off, basically, because that makes them an asshole. I fully recognize that, you know, music is a subjective thing, but I also want you to know that I think air supply is bad. That doesn't mean stop listening to them. By all means, you know, if that's the music you like, go to town, let it enrich your life. And I'm the dick for it. So, never forget that. Whenever you're a stomp about music, all you're really doing is being a big old dongus. Summons a minion at cursor's location, shoots fireballs. What? That is pretty much my exact reaction. But also, that sounds really good. Let's try it. So, C, I've summoned the minion at the cursor's location. Well, didn't seem to work that well. Or at all. Oh, no! This thing sometimes can chain you when it gets on top of your head. I'm out of bone arrows. That's fine. We got a good backup weapon here in our golden great axe. We have no bones, but we have 48 stone arrow, which is pretty good. Stone arrows, I guess, which is pretty good. They do the same amount of damage from what I can tell. At least not significantly more. Just wanted to get this experience so we could level up and then we'll come back. So yeah, I don't really know if I fucked up how that minion's supposed to be used or something. We'll try it again, because I'd rather master it before it becomes like a, you know, a big thing. I'd rather know how to use it as soon as possible. And, okay, another one of these guys, no big deal. Another one of these guys, no big deal. Don't think we're going to see a broodmother on this level. I definitely don't think we're going to see the scourge on this level either. And we'll just keep mining. And we're still two-shotting these guys, right? Yeah. They can't have much more than 32 HP. So I wish we could go a little faster here and one-shot them, but our dex is probably a little too low. Oh, we're basically done with the level. And we can go back to the forest, which is absolutely what we're gonna do. And if you're tired of seeing me go to the forest, well, I can understand that a great deal, but at the same time, it's just the way to do it. There's no incentive not to go to the forest, except that you don't level up as fast, but I think, you know, if you gave me the choice between, like, 1 level and 5 potions, I would take 5 potions every single time. Maybe that makes me a Magicite noob, and if so, I apologize, but, seems like the right choice to me. So I'm picking up some wood, not to sell it, just so that we don't have to farm later, in order to be able to produce arrows. I'm digging the Batwing, by the way, like, that's the thing I haven't mentioned too much in this run. But I really think the Batwing is pretty solid. We have no raw meat, so, or, yeah, we have no raw meat, so I'll just eat a couple of these. Fine, and, good to go. Down to the next level. Back to the forest. This is District 10, I guess this is where we should, end the episode. And move on to part 2. Bone arrows. Stone arrows. Stone arrows go up here. Well, you know what? We didn't get any bone, so I think this marks the end of our bone arrow extravaganza. You can make a lot more stone arrows here. It's up to 53. And iron arrows come up next as well. So the very first thing we do with our iron is, you know, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And then we make an iron shield quickly. And that'll upgrade our attack and HP. Not by much, but by enough. And now iron is obsolete. So we can come down here and say, you know, we want 5 refined iron. And then that gives us 25 iron arrows. And those will become our backup for now. But eventually they'll be our go-to. I think. And we're going to sell some of this wood. We're going to keep, we're going to sell half our sticks. We can always get more. And vials of poison, goodbye. Mysterious potion, goodbye. Leather we're going to keep because we need to use that to upgrade our dex. Stone we're going to keep because it's an important part of our arrow production. And apart from that, we're moving on here. So that's going to be the end of part 1. Hope you enjoyed the episode. If you did, First off, thank you. Secondly, second priority, click the link in the video description to see part 2, which should be up at exactly the same time. Third, don't forget to show part 1 some love. Click the like button if you enjoyed it, and subscribe if you want to see more in the future. And of course, thanks for the feedback. I look forward to seeing it when these episodes go up. And I'll see you in mere moments, hopefully.